Rip it!
I'm gonna throw up. Great stuff.
Hello and welcome to another episode of BikeRadar's Gravel Diaries, which is all about the gravelly adventures we like to get up to here at BikeRadar. My name is Jack Luke and today I'm joined by my wonderful colleagues Robyn Furtado and Felix Smith, and tomorrow we're going to be riding the Dirty Reiver, which at 200 kilometers long is one of the UK's toughest gravel races.
So let me give you some context. The Dirty Reiver is the UK's first gravel grinder race. We're up on the border between England and Scotland in the Kielder Forest, and it's fair to say we're treating the course with a bit of apprehension.
So here are some numbers for you. Tomorrow we have a 200 kilometre day, of which 95% is off-road. We also have 3,000 metres or roughly 9,000 feet of climbing, which is a pretty chunky day by anybody's measure.
And just to add a little bit more jeopardy, the longer you spend out on the course, the more time you're going to be spent riding after dark. Kielder Forest is one of the most remote parts of England. There's no phone signal, no cafes, so I think we're going to have to dig really, really deep at times.
Now, of course, before we crack on, I have to say a big thanks to our sponsors Genesis for decking us out with our beautiful bikes. This time, Robyn and I are both on the Genesis Fusio 30, whereas young Felix has seen a saucy upgrade to the top-end Genesis Croix de Fer 50, which has a carbon fork, custom cushy gravel bar tape and a 2x11 Shimano GRX group set.
Yet this time I'm lucky enough to be riding the top spec model, and I can safely say, having ridden it briefly, that the brakes are really powerful and the shifting is so buttery smooth.
So apart from adding the usual obvious accessories, I have made a few small changes to the bike for the event. To start, I've switched up the saddle to the Pro Stealth Superlight, which is my favourite saddle of all time. In fact, I loved it so much, I wrote a whole love letter to it on BikeRadar.com. I would not rather have my perfect peach anywhere else for 200 kilometres. Now, while I really like a wider drop bar for an event like Grinduro, where it's a bit gnarlier, personally, for a long gravel race like this, I prefer a narrower bar. So I've swapped out to a Pro 38cm wide handlebar up front.
So I haven't done much to my Fusio since Grinduro because I had a lot of fun when I was riding that, but I have shortened the stem on it to a 50mm stem just because it's going to be a really long day out, so I want to have the most comfortable riding position possible.
We know you love your gravel tech, so if you want a whole dedicated video about the bikes that we've ridden in the series so far, let us know in the comments. And finally, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
Morning friends, we're at the start line. Felix, what did you have for your breakfast?
I had a great big bowl of porridge that Jack made. He's been a real bon vivant for this event.
First speed stop is at 50 kilometres in?
Roughly.
Something like that, yeah. So we've got a little way to go.
So we've got a start just about to go, it's making some noise. So we're on a neutralised start just now. So no timing yet, in about a kilometre, things kick off. What's your tactic?
Take the first half really quite steady.
Yeah.
Get to feed 2, and then rip it.
Wrap it up.
Rip it.
Here we go, official start. Woo! 7 kilometres now, and just kind of spread out, moved up the group a little bit, just so it's a bit less chaotic.
So Jack's just ripped off ahead, about 10k in. Robyn and I are pedaling along together. It's pretty hilly, pretty chaotic.
We're at kilometre 22, not too far into the day, but the rolling hills are kind of kicking in. Climb Pro is popping up and giving me an idea of what to expect, so fairly gentle one now, but still Not going too spicy.
We're about 24 miles in. We've just come almost to the top of one of the biggest hills of the day. Kind of like a nice gradual climb.
I've just got up with Graham from Cycling News. Your colleague Jack will be feeling very envious as I pilot my Starley steamroller through this wonderful wilderness.
Kilometre 45, got a very fast descent. Oh, it's been great fun. Trucking along real nice, sticking in groups, no dramas, feeling good. Hello, Jack. You're a greedy boy, Jack! Ripping off now. In all honesty, I actually don't really know what the riding brings next. But I know I've got another feed stop of 50k, and then really another 100k after that. So I'll just treat it like that.
Oh, that was rapid. That was really, really fast. So, first 50k-ish is done. I've probably gone a little bit too hard compared to my game plan, but I think the adrenaline's so hard to kind of control. But yeah, probably won't hang around too long.
That was such a fun descent. That was really, really good. I enjoyed that
so
a lot.
fast, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like overtaking everyone. I was like, out my way.
Well, quick pit stop. About 50k to feed zone 2. So, what do you reckon? I'm going to take it a bit slower.
Yeah, I think I was going a bit fast in the first bit because I was a bit excited, but I think now I should steady down a bit.
Now we're on our way. What kind of things are coming up?
We're about to do the biggest hill of the whole day, maybe in like a mile or something. So that should be fun. Great stuff.
Oh, that was good.
I lost my half a biscuit. I really can't afford to lose any food.
So now I've just ticked over kilometre 66. We're on a slightly kind of greener, more luscious, deciduous forest section, and yeah, it's lovely.
This is a lot of climbing. We've just come across this really steep climb now, much steeper than the others. Robyn's up ahead, grinding it out. Jack must be, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes ahead of us, maybe even an hour. So I wonder how he's getting on.
So I've just finished climbing the Genesis special stage, which I can confirm was absolutely horrible. Good work to our beloved sponsors for making a seriously tough midway challenge. I'm just shy of 78 kilometers now. Feeling it a little bit now. I think I might have gone a little bit spicy early on.
The last two hills were really steep and the headwind was quite strong. So I feel a bit exhausted already. I can't believe we've still got to do that again and then a bit more.
We've done so much climbing, but it feels like we've done so much climbing. But and then like the descents are sometimes quite tough as well. So yeah, no, really hard.
Tell you what, this is a rough day out, but it's not as rough as those dog walkers are having, eh? Well, mate, that was a bit harder half. Okay, no breakdowns, but definitely feeling that I didn't eat quite enough at the last food stop, so I'm gonna have a good rest now, take it a bit easier this second half, so I've got something in the tank for the last 50. Look at my bag! had a bit of overstuffed it with pies, so we've gone for a bit of a DIY setup, but it's all part of the fun. It's a slight error on my part. I thought my feed drop bag was here. It's actually the next feed stop, which is fine, there's plenty of food. So now I've got to push through for at least another 50k, I think, roughly, to get my delicious savoury snacks. In the meantime, I'll be stuffing myself full of fig rolls, bananas, Jaffa cakes, maybe a packet of crisps. Bye, mate! See ya!
I think the 2 hours after the first feed stop, it was just so relentless, so many hills, and then they were quite mellow, and then they started to get steeper, and then we just kind of like slowed up a bit, didn't we, really? Because it was just, we just couldn't keep that pace up.
So when you're going downhill especially, you've got to like make sure that you're like not on the bit with a really thick gravel or the sand or whatever, so it's quite like tactical, choosing the right line to make sure you're not going to like come flying off around the corners.
So we've just been talking about our game plan, haven't we? How we're going to tackle the next stage. But we can't really, we both feel like we can't go too much faster.
I feel like I'm almost at my max, so kind of going as fast as I can. You might try and give it a bit more beans.
I might see, probably go too hard and then really regret it when
I'll overtake you at the end. The tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
So I'm at 106k, not far out of camp, or feedstone too, as you say. I just had a pretty long old climb. Not too steep, but long enough to really challenge the legs after lunch. I'm enjoying just a bit of solitude and thinking time.
We just got back from lunch. We're right back into it. Another very long, slow climb. We made it to the top. That took a really long time.
Grinding away.
Hi everyone, I'm at kilometre 119. Pretty nice scenes, nothing to complain about, but like I'm feeling it, not having the proper feed at feed 2. There's only so many fig rolls a man can eat.
Little update. Sort of after the first big climb out of feed zone 2, I was staying with Robyn, but then suddenly we got a ripping tailwind and the trail pointed downhill, and I just went for it. Just feeling good. Yeah, BikeRadar, keep it up.
So I lost Felix about 10 miles back, perhaps. He went down very fast on the hill. I couldn't keep up, so now I'm by myself. We just had 10 miles of this lovely, like, undulating, fun to cycle on stuff, like no massive hills. So really enjoying it. It's lovely.
133 kilometers in. Whew. Starting to really feel the burn now. I went quite hard, I guess, for the last couple of hours since the second feed stop. I couldn't help myself because the descents were so good.
I appear to have arrived at a space shuttle testing facility.
About 85 miles in. I'm dead. I'm actually gone. We've still got 40 miles to go, so really a long, long way.
Just arrived at feed stop 3, which I'm very thankful for, I have to say. That last section was really good, a little bit faster, which was nice just to cover a whole bit of ground. The one thing I will say is that my bar tape, I have done, frankly, appalling job of wrapping it. I mean, look at that. I should be ashamed of myself. Right, I'm filled up, I've had a few soups, had a little coffee, I'm very tired. We've only got 50k to go, so hopefully a bit of tailwinds. We'll just see what happens.
Just caught up with Graham here again on his fixed gear gravel bike. You say that you saw Jack recently?
Did see Jack, yes. He was here but a minute ago enjoying soup and coffee and cakes.
So maybe I won't stay around too long here.
Get on it. Let's get on it.
So I am at feed stop 3, I'm about to leave. It's been a very long time since I started today. I saw Felix when I got here, but he's gone now. And yeah, exhausted. This cat, hello, you want some food?
Now look at this, just come to this stunningly beautiful bit on the dam. See all the Kielder water. So I've just done, I don't know, 25-ish K, maybe close to 30 from feed stop 3. I did, however, bump into a frenemy from another cycling website who told me that Felix wasn't very far behind me at feed point 3. So I'm looking now over that way, very anxiously over that reservoir to see if he's about to pop around the corner, because I don't want to have to chase him up the hill at the end.
Made it to the dam. Feeling pretty rough right now, but this is a big point to get to. Now it's like a little sort of sprint on the road past the dam, and then it's about an hour to the finish.
I'm at 105 miles. We've only got one massive hill and then kind of flat to the end. But yeah, getting my adrenaline for the last bit, I think.
Riding into a beautiful, beautiful evening. My Garmin estimates I've got 29 minutes of riding left. I'm coming pretty slow those minutes, but it's almost over.
10k to go, and well, I think it's time to give it a proper big push. Here we go. Kind of camera off time, I think.
I can't believe I'm almost closing in, and I'm in within the last mile according to the signs.
We're almost there.
So it is 5 to 7 now. I'm waiting for Felix and Robyn. I'm delighted Felix didn't catch me. I was really, really worried he was gonna after all my big talk. But we'll give them a little while and see how they're getting on.
Oh, so hard. I pushed so hard at the last 10k. I really couldn't have gone any more than that. I really couldn't. Trying to catch Jack.
I did that last 10 miles so fast. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm so tired.
We're back where we started, where it all kicked off. We've just given it our all. How do you feel, Jack?
Good, I'm very happy it's done. It was a very, very hard day. I didn't go quite to plan. A few mishaps here and there. I never want to eat a fig roll again. I really was missing my proper food bag in the 3rd and 4th stage, but you know what? Still really, really good fun, and I think the sugar rush has got me through. Robyn, you rode through triumphantly at the end there. How was your day out?
It was really good. It was such a lovely day. I did have a moment about mile 97-ish where I was like, I can't do this anymore. We're like riding into a headwind. I was like, I've done so many hills, but I'm really glad that I finished it because it's great, and like that last 10 miles is just amazing. Felix, how did you find it?
Well, I mean, the last 10 kilometres or so, I just gave it everything I had, so I was kind of struggling to put it into words at the end, I think. I was so knackered. But I think the atmosphere at the start was incredible. We haven't done that many events this year really, so just that adrenaline rush was incredible. And you know, all those people riding around you, picking your line, yeah, really good fun.
Thanks again to Genesis for giving us all these bikes. They were amazing, they performed incredibly. I didn't get one puncture all day.
We really hope you enjoyed the video, but if you want to see more racing from us, then click on the link below or the card above us for our Grinduro video.
And of course, how can we finish a video without saying, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, so every time we upload a video like this, you get a notification. Woo!